EJ has learned, she has learned in therapy that, see, you can't judge people and you can feel what you feel. That's the point of therapy, to be in touch with your feelings. But you can't expect others to feel what you're feeling, or you can't expect others to understand your feelings. This Erika, she is really making sense to me this season. That is 100% how it works, girl. So she understands and she's going to let it go as her assistant is doing her glam. Kyle Richards is there on the little. I mean, why didn't Kyle bring glam? She never brings glam, that Kyle. Girl, you make enough. Mo makes enough, but you know what? Good for her. I love to see her sitting there on the old man. I think I would be that way too. Certain things, Daddy David spends, and other things, it's like, life is not about whether you can afford things. I think it's about, do I need this? Do I need this? I would be like Kyle, just sitting there doing my own glam. I'm like, you know what? I don't understand. You're on camera without makeup at breakfast. Erika comes down looking like she just rolled out of bed, which is great. So what's the difference? Whether we see you, you've given your secrets away. We see you without makeup. We see you, and can't you just take this? Look, I mean, I don't know. Like, I guess it's like saying, like, could I cut my own hair? No. Do I need to get my hair cut every 2 weeks? Yes. Is my haircut cheap? No. But when I fly back and forth from LA to New York, girl, I ain't flying first class. Sorry. JetBlue, extra legroom. It's fine. I think first class is such a fucking waste of money. It's just me. And then I have friends that are like, what? Like, we would fly first class to go from like here to San Francisco for 45 minutes. I'm like, well, you're a douche. Okay. Anyway, here I go again, getting sidetracked. Kyle calls the daughters and she's like, are you eating at home with dad? And the daughters don't know what to say. Well, dad may not be home to eat. Where is Mauricio? Girl, people have been asking where your husband is for years, according to the word on these streets, but that's not for me to say, right? Guys, I'm getting exhausted of Kyle and Mauricio. I just don't fucking care. I just don't care. Now we have everyone wear a red dress. She puts the flamenco emoji there. And like she shows up in orange. Between her and fucking Lisa Barlow. Not listen, just Kyle first. Lisa Barlow is being paid hundreds of thousands of dollars. Kyle Richards is being paid over $1 million. Just follow the rules. Lisa Barlow doesn't want to do drag at the Trixie Motel. Just fucking do it. Just do it. Who cares? Kyle, you couldn't. I don't understand what was so wrong with that red dress that Dorit was so horrified by. Okay, the orange kind of blended, and then it kind of didn't. As I watched it, I was like, it looks red, and then I'm like, no, it doesn't. Girl, just do the fucking job. Like I said, guys, I'm lost in the weeds here today. Then Kyle is talking about, when Mo wants the taxes signed and everything signed, she just signs it. Sutton is like, red flag. Oh, wow, wow, wow. Erika is like, girl, that's how I got in trouble. Well, it's also how Miss Teresa Giudice got in trouble. Girl, do you watch New Jersey Housewives? You and Teresa are now the two longest running ones. Teresa is now the longest running current housewife. Thank you, Candy Burris. The queen. All the tree huggers have had a party this week. Party for Candy's departure. Tree huggers unite. The longest running current housewife ever on TV. Miss Giudice. The tree huggers had a party, girl. Good week for the tree huggers. But that is how Teresa went to camp. Kyle, have you learned nothing from your fellow sister? 3,000 miles away. Dorit is talking Spanish, ordering a Coke. She does this all the time. Every fucking trip, she's speaking the foreign language. Girl, just ask for the Coke. Now, we have this dinner and we have this scene, and Annmarie speaks up and says that she doesn't know. She's a little confused about Erika saying that the whole group heard her. And she would like clarification. All of a sudden, 8.5, which you guys got me saying that. All of a sudden, 8.5 has something to say. Well, guess what? Let me just break this down. And people in fucking China, dogs in the street that don't have a home, that are literally like looking for a home. Okay. The stray cat in the back alley, they all know about what happened to fucking Erika Jayne. Okay. It was every day, night and day, whether you're in the Bravo world or not. It was major headlines on major news outlets. So, Annmarie, thank you for your question from the fucking peanut gallery. You know exactly what Erika Jayne is talking about because you live in Los Angeles. Even if you lived in a fucking foreign country, 20,000 million miles away, you know what she's fucking talking about. So give me a break and fucking Amadi. Piss me off with that question. We flash back to Eagle Woman, and I'm like, holy shit, that was this season? Man, this feels like a long season of Beverly Hills, doesn't it? I don't, that's not a good sign, guys. It's not a good sign. Hey, over 1 million people are watching. Something's happening. But I gotta be honest with you, I don't know about this one. Because when they mentioned Eagle Woman and Erika, you also kind of revealed this at Eagle Woman, and they flash back and they show Eagle Woman. And I'm just thinking to myself, I don't know what you guys were thinking. I'm thinking like, holy shit, this isn't a flashback like when they show Lisa Rinna and Vanderpump like earlier in the episode. This was this fucking season. Oh my God. That seems like a year or 2 years ago. 2 years. Everyone got invited to her residency. She shows up with that big ticket. She did that for Lisa Rinna also, by the way, in the real world. Everyone's invited. We know you go. Sutton's, she's gonna go. I mean, look, guys, we're just in Vegas. It didn't go so well. Okay. Sutton's having, talk about PTSD. Sutton has real PTSD from Vegas. It ends with Kyle saying, Dorit comes over in her Louis Vuitton hat. And she's talking to Kyle. And Kyle says, this is the hardest time her marriage has ever faced. She doesn't know if her and Mo will survive. Girl, I don't think you're going to survive. I mean, you might stay married, but it's over. I feel no chemistry between any scene that I am watching Mauricio and Kylan. None. How does that happen so fast? Wow. Right? But it's kind of over. I don't know. I just don't feel the chemistry, girl. And that he's going to the agency event. Excuse me. He's going to the agency event. She doesn't even know if she wants to go. Buying Beverly. Great shout out for buying Beverly Hills. These two with their product placement. Oh my God. They took the Meredith Marks course in product placement. Island Mauricio. Well, one thing is for sure, Miss Morgan Wade, she just had a show in Nashville. She performed her little ditty for a few people. And Kyle was there. She was in the front row taking pictures. And then afterwards, Morgan thanked on her social media. She thanked her friends and her family for coming. She thanked everyone and she said, P.S. I am not